With the release of The Last of Us Episode 5, we're officially over the halfway point in this series. It's been absolutely excellent so far, and this episode delivered us some of our most insane, action-packed moments yet. I have a lot of thoughts. Let's break them down. So as far as the overall composition of this episode goes, I really appreciated how they took a few steps back to fill us in on what's going on in Kansas City, and they gave us a little bit more information to work with about Sam and Henry. It's always great to get multiple perspectives in any story, and something that this show has been really good at is veering off on these tangents, delivering powerful and interesting stories, and really seamlessly bringing us right back to Joel and Ellie and getting back into the story that we started with in the first place. Of course, we have to take a minute here to talk about Sam and Henry because this really was their episode. Going on in the future, this will be referred to as the Sam and Henry episode. I'm positive of that. Sam and Henry simultaneously warmed my heart and ripped it right out, all in one episode. You can immediately tell that they're good characters, you want to love them and root for them, and most of that is due to their portrayal by Lamar Johnson and Kayvon Woodard. They both did excellent, and I can't wait to see more of them in future projects. Before I get into any deeper thoughts about Henry and Sam, I want to quickly give my thoughts about Kathleen. First of all, I want to say I appreciate that they provided us with a fleshed out, three-dimensional character instead of a two-dimensional villain or just force of bad guys to deal with this little arc. Kathleen herself made me very uncomfortable. She clearly was not processing the loss of her brother correctly. She really lost herself and became consumed by vengeance. Kathleen is a character who also did some good things though. Just like Joel and other characters on this show, she's complex and she's kind of morally gray. She did lead all these people away from their Fedra dictatorship that they hated so much. And on the topic of gray characters in this episode, Henry's kind of a gray character. Yes, he's an amazing brother and he's doing anything he can to provide Sam with safety and some kind of childhood, but he did a bad thing to get in the situation he's in now. He betrayed someone who he really cares for. So there's a lot of good and bad with each of these characters, and I appreciate this show is making these characters so complex and fleshed out. Next, I want to talk about the outcome of the Henry and Sam situation and the Kathleen situation and how that affects Joel and Ellie. Both Kathleen and Henry had clear, defined goals in this episode. Kathleen wanted to find Henry and Sam no matter what it cost, and Henry wanted to get himself and his brother outside of the city and on to start a new life. Both of those characters, upon reaching those goals, immediately had the rug pulled out from underneath of them and lost everything. It goes to show how you are never truly safe, even when you get to exactly where you want to be, and also how strong and well prepared you need to be to survive in this world. Joel and Ellie are also characters with clearly defined end goals, and they also are very much a mirror for Sam and Henry in this episode, and I think Joel sees that himself. And Joel, after seeing these characters reach their goal and fail, is probably thinking long and hard about Ellie and how he will do anything to save her, this child who is becoming sort of a pseudo-daughter of his. If you've played the game, you might make more connections as to where I'm going with that, but for now, I'll hold that conversation off until the finale. I want to quickly talk about how bad I feel for Ellie in this episode. As you could see at the end, she was absolutely crushed. She felt that she had failed Sam. I think that she really felt that her blood mixing into Sam's was going to save him. She feels this is her purpose now, and for that to not have worked out was a real crushing blow to her. Lastly, I want to talk about the action. That big clicker sequence in this episode was pure spectacle. It looked amazing, it sounded amazing, it had me at the edge of my seat screaming, beyond exciting. When that truck got enveloped into the basement of that house, I can't even tell you how excited I got. They didn't really shy away from showing us the horrific things that came with this clicker horde. There was some crazy, crazy things they showed us, including that bit with the bloater, which me and all my friends have been excited about. I just can't wait for more scenes like this, hopefully. All in all, another stellar episode. We're getting some really elevated storytelling here, and some really, really great episodes. I'm excited for more. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned.